Good morning, campers. How do? So today, I'm just going to grab a last session, if you like. I'm going to try and grab 4 hours back where I was the other day. Try and focus a bit more on the surface lures, I guess. Only problem is the rain last night was absolutely horrific. So basically what I'm doing at the moment, I'm walking down to the lake just to see what state it's in. I mean, it absolutely lashed it down with some pretty horrific winds as well. So I'm just coming down to see if it's touched the lakes down here. If not, spot on. If it has, I'm going back home, getting to bed. So let's have a look. Well, in all honesty, I've got down here by this little dude and his missus that just flew off, and the water clarity is looking pretty bob on, to be fair. There's no real wind on the tree line, so I think we're good to go. So I'm going to get my parking ticket and crack on. Oh, fish on. Whether he'll stay on, I don't know, but getting thorned, hacked and everything here. Never let the drag off too much. Only let them, but he's I've got some fighting on these fish, I tell you. Get in. Yeah, nice little jack. Right. Calm down, little sausage. I'm going to keep him in the water, he says, as he leaps out the net. Just slashed my thumb, nice. That was the hook, not the fish this time. So it's just in the scissor in his mouth. It's come out really easy. Unfortunately, the hook has caught me thumb, but let's get him in front of the camera. Really chuffed with this one. The blood on the fish is, if you can see any, is actually off my thumb. The hook's just gone straight into my thumb, so trying to hold it as a best again. I'm reeling on a proper funny angle because of the rocks here in the bed, but lovely scrapper. Let's get it back. To rest him up for a couple of minutes. Well, he's good to go anyway, to be fair, but as always, trying to go straight down. There you go, mate. And sulk in the bottom. Unfortunately, as I was removing the, or trying to remove the hook, as a fish slashed, the corner point of the hook has just gone straight through my thumb, and it's literally dripping everywhere. So I've done a kilo special, but anyway, let's crack on. For the time being, I have to revert to casting with me rag on my hand, try and conceal the bleeding a bit. Fish on, fish on. I think it's took me straight into the weed though. Nice. Does feel like a nice fish. Again, I don't know if he's a bigger fish or if he's got a load of stuff or I've foul hooked him, or I can't tell. At the moment, I'm just going to let him do what he's got to do. Feels like he's got some weight on him, or her. Just gasped into the wave then. Keep down so I don't spook it. Come on, come on, come on. Come to the net, come to the net. Get in my net, please. Come on. No. Don't swim away. Oh no. I have tightened me drag up as well. Oh, come on. As Matthews would say, they don't half hang on. Come on, get in me net. In the net. Oh, it's another decent fish, I think. Ooh. Oh, it's another belter. Fantastic. Right. Oh. Well, thumb stopped bleeding, so I'll knock this one right here because I can pretty much see the jig fly. My feet soaked, everything else soaked. I'm keeping it on the algae because it's nice and soft. Yeah, it's another decent fish this is. Hook. Nice in the side of his mouth. Oh, I've just had a bath. Oh no. Soaking wet. Right. Jeez, you are a lively bugger. Absolutely made up another. I'd have thought, I must have thought this was bigger than the last one, so maybe the one wasn't as big as I thought, but look at the length of that. Right. Absolutely made up another. I'd have thought, I must have thought this was bigger than the last one, so maybe the one wasn't as big as I thought, but look at the length of that. I'm surrounded by rocks, so I really can't take this lightly. Oh, it's a good fish. And no. There's a few times she's tried to take off out of the net and really got some power. Rather than moving the fish around so much, I try and move the sling around the fish. Really don't want to take long with this. Oh. Alright. See, they're flapping around. If this was anywhere near those rocks, I did have a way sling. This fish could do some right damage to herself. Right. Hopefully you see, so I've zeroed the scales. Not quite as heavy as I thought. £12.6 all day long. Right. Rest her up. And she's off. Oh, freaking awesome. Okay, so I've got to the end of the bank on the Great Lake, and it's fishing really well, to be fair, especially for me. So, but what has become apparent is why it's so windy out there. Proper windy. The lake I'm on, at the one end, it goes down onto a lovely beach, to be fair, and it's got like a little miniature valley, and the wind's coming straight up off the sea, straight up the miniature valley and hitting the lake. So, but where I am, there's a whole massive bed of reeds, and that's creating like a little pocket of calm. You probably won't be able to make it out, but if I turn, yeah, you can't really see, but if I, about the top of my finger, all the way across, that's where the wind's hitting the lake, whereas there, in this little bay, there's barely any wind at all, but it's really shallow. So what I'm going to try and do is get that brightness off my face, I am going to take off the fly that's done with the action and put on Mr. Fruck and see if that does me any better in this little bay. What I might do on the way back is I've got what's it called, a jitterbug, a bit more noise on the surface. I don't think these will do very well, the Fruck or whatever, duck, Fruck, frog. I think in the choppy weather it might not do as well. So, but the fly certainly did it for me today. So, yeah, let's get it swapped over and have a crack. Right, since I've got sorted, there's quite a few pike jumping out and around there as well now, chasing fish. So I think the rule of thumb that the fish follow the wind, the food, so the small fish are following that and the pike are following them. I've just missed another take. Let's try again. At the moment the wind's that strong. Yes, fish on, fish on. This only feels like a tiddly one, I think. Got some big head shakes on it though. Fruity one, this one. We're bringing this one in straight over the top of the last one landed. Oh, he's an angry jack. A net full of weed as well. Not really what I want. In the net, angry jack. Right. At some point I do believe I'm going to break my neck on these rocks. So this is one really angry jack. Again, David Warren fly. Fit as a fiddle, this one. He's really angry in the water, but fantastic action. Let's get it back because he's absolutely belting it down. Got the braid all around my feet as well. Right, let's release angry jack. A lovely pattern. Awesome. So that sees the end of today's session. I've done just after, well, I think it's about 7:10 once I got back from checking the lake out after yesterday's weather, and I've fished till, well, it's 11:15, so I should really have left before now, but in typical angler style, one last cast, kept on going. So to sum up today though, yeah, fantastic. Really nice fish, couple of jacks, wetter than an otter's pocket. From both sides, to be fair, I got absolutely drenched from the torrential rain at one point, and then because the sun's come out, I've swept my backside off as well. So I'm wet on the outside, I'm wet on the inside. So I'm going home for a shower. So other than that, yeah, the jig fly is doing the business again. I've tried the surface lures and nothing was happening. So swapped over to an F4P fly, so slightly lower profile than I was using last time, and a bit more action, but same sort of size fish taken again. So it just shows, don't worry about size too much, no pun intended. You know, from flies at that size to flies well, up to 11 inches. Couldn't really use any other lures down there today because the water is so low and the weed is so high in the water. Yeah, you couldn't use a lip lure, you couldn't use a swim bait, any trebles that are more than sort of a couple of inches under the water. You used to be pulling in airweed or the algae. So no, I'm chuffed to bits. And then in true Pembrokeshire style, it was due to be thunderstorms and rain today. It's absolutely boiling. Blue skies, not many clouds in the sky, so fantastic end of the day. So I'm off to enjoy the rest of my holiday. Catch you in a bit.
Follow white rabbit. I'm taking potions, call me Alice. Watch me grow taller. Yeah, rabbit's watches in his pocket.